Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Design with Roosevelt. Continuing with CSWA Practice Problems, today we'll work on question 6.13. Let's take a look at this question. So in this question, unit of measurement is millimeter gram second. Like always, we need to ensure we are using the same unit of measurement in SolidWorks setting. Now, looking at this geometry, we have the 3D model, we have the top view, front view, right view, and a back view. My preference is to focus on the main cylinder in this geometry. I'm going to make that cylinder with using revolve bus command. And after that, I will focus on the small features like this small features at the front of the geometry and these two cutouts. So with this introduction, let's jump into SolidWorks and start modeling this part. In SolidWorks, first we need to check unit of measurement, and you can see that we have millimeter gram second, which is a correct unit of measurement. Now click on a sketch, and choose front plane. Because I want to use revolve bus command, I'm going to click on center line to make a center line for this geometry. Now let's click on line command, start from here, go up to the right, going down to left, going up and back to the starting point. According to the top view, the distance between this line and this line should be 72 millimeter. Also, the overall length of the geometry should be 225 millimeter. Now, looking at the front view, you can see that the inner diameter of the hole inside this geometry is 60 millimeters. So the distance between this line and this line, going to the other side because we need a symmetric distance, this should be 60 millimeter. The inner diameter for this section is 89, so this distance should be 89 millimeter. And finally, the outer diameter should be 135. So I click here and this dimension should be 135. And now we have a fully defined geometry. Now we are ready to use revolve bus command. Click on feature, click on revolve bus, and then here we don't need to go 360 degree, we need just half a circle, which is 180 degree. Change the degree to 180. And I prefer to change the direction as well, so I see it this way. Click on OK, and that's it. So that's the base of the geometry. Now let's focus on making the front feature. Click on a sketch, and select this front surface. Click on line command and let's make two lines here. We want both of these lines to pass through the origin of the geometry. So click on this line, hold Control, click on a point and choose coincident. Click on a line, hold Control, click on a point and choose coincident. And now both of these are passing through the origin of the geometry. Now click on a smart dimension and let's add angle. The angle between this line and vertical line should be 43 degree. And the angle between this line and the second line should be 32 degree. And now we have these two lines fully defined. Now, in order to use extrude bus command, we need to make the contour closed. So what I can do, I can add two arcs to this section. If you remember, I mentioned this before. If you have a geometry and you want to change edge of the geometry into a sketch, you can simply use a convert entities. Click on it, select these two circles, and click on OK. And now you can see that we have two sketches shown here. Now click on trim entities to clean it. Get rid of this part, this part, this part, and this part. And now you can see I have a closed contour. Click on feature, click on extrude bus. The length of this part of the geometry should be 17 millimeters. So change the length to 17, click on OK, and that's it. Now let's focus on the cutout here. Click on a sketch, and select this surface. For the cutout, I need a simple rectangle. Let's make a rectangle. Click on a smart dimension. The width of this rectangle should be 20 millimeter. Distance between the edge of the rectangle and right side of the geometry should be 35 millimeter. Regarding the height of this cutout, you really don't need to define the height. As long as the rectangle that you have covers this part of the geometry, you're good, because all we care about is that the rectangle cut all part of the geometry. So we need to make sure that this rectangle is covering this section, but we really don't care about the exact height. So for example, the rectangle that I have here should be good enough. Click on feature, click on extrude cut, And now for the depth, according to the top view, we need 20 millimeter depth. So change the number to 20, click on OK, and that's it. And now you can see that we have the cutout. If you look at the front view, you can see that this is exactly the same as what we have in the question. Last step is to make the last cutout in this geometry, which is this part. So click on the sketch, and select this surface. First, let's make a center line. Now click on line command, start from this edge, go to left, change it to arc, go to right, and go back to the starting point. According to the front view, the diameter of this section should be 14 millimeter. So the radius is going to be 14 divided by 2, which is 7 millimeter. Also, we want the center point of the geometry to be right on this center line. And finally, I want the distance between the center point to the right edge to be 95 millimeter. And now you can see that we have a fully defined geometry. Click on feature, click on extrude cut. For the depth, according to the back view, we need 10 millimeter. So change this number to 10, click on OK, and that's it. That's the depth of the cutout what we need. Awesome. So now you can see that this is the final model. We modeled every single feature in this geometry, so now it's time to check the volume and make sure that this model is correct. Let's go back to the question and find the total volume. As you can see, the total volume in this question is 1,152,651 cubic millimeters. Now, let's go back to SolidWorks and check the total volume for our model. In SolidWorks, in order to check the volume, you can click on Evaluate and Mask Properties, and here you can see the total volume. The total volume for this model is 1,152,651 cubic millimeters. This is exactly same as the number that we have in a question, which is showing our model is correct and there's no problem with it. Okay, awesome. That's it. That's a wrap for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comment about this video, please leave comments down below. Thanks again for watching. My name is Ruzbe. Hope to see you again soon in the next videos.